Alright, here we go. Answers for equations homework, December 8, 2010. We have a worksheet with 6 problems on it. For these problems, the question that you're always going to ask yourself, remember, is are the variables on the same side or are they on opposite sides? If they're on the same side, you're going to combine them together. If they are on opposite sides, you're going to use the opposite operation to move them. Here we go. Number 1. First thing I'm going to do is circle my 2 terms that have my variables. Notice the variables are on the same side, so we're going to combine them. Negative 2 plus negative 5 will give us negative 7x. Everything else, just rewrite it. Now it's a 2-step equation that I can solve by subtracting 2 from both sides. So I get negative 7x equals 42. Last step, divide both sides by negative 7. So x is going to be equal to negative 6. So variables were on the same side, combine them together. Number 2. Same thing. Let's see where the variables are. Variables, once again, are on the same side. Combine them together. 7 plus negative 3. That's 7 plus negative 3 will give us 4x. Everything else, just rewrite. Now, the 4x is positive, so we're going to have a plus sign in between there. Next step, move the 6 by subtracting 6 from both sides. Now the 6's are gone. We're left with 4x equals, now 30 minus 6 will give us 24. Last step, divide both sides by 4. So x is equal to 6. Next one, number 3. Number 3, once again, determine where your variables are. We have 2 variables. They are on the same side of the equation, so we're going to combine them together. So, negative 5 plus negative 5. Negative 5 plus negative 5. That will give you negative 10x. Everything else, just rewrite it. Alright, next step, let's get this 5 out of here by adding 5 to both sides. 5's are gone. You have negative 45 plus 5, which will give you negative 40. And you still have negative 10x on the other side. Last step, divide both sides by negative 10. So you get negative 40 divided by negative 10, which is 4. Equal to x. Alright, number 4. Number 4, we have to once again circle the 2 terms that have the letters. This time you'll notice that they're on opposite sides of the line. That means we have to use the opposite operation. Well, 2 is the smaller number. It is positive. The opposite of positive is going to be negative or subtraction. The 2x's are gone. 4x minus 2x will give us 2x. We still have plus 6 and 6 on the other side. Next step, let's subtract 6 from both sides. So we're left with 2x equals 0. Divide both sides by 2, so we know x is going to be equal to 0. Alright, number 5. Let's determine where those x's are. Yes, they are on opposite sides of the line, which means we need to do opposite operation. Now remember, there's a 1 in front of that x because there is no number. The negative is always smaller, so we're going to do the opposite, which is add 4x to both sides. The 4x's are gone. Now 1x plus 4x gives us 5x. Everything else, just rewrite. Now it's okay if you took the 1x to the other side by subtracting. That's okay. You're just going to be going into the negatives, but you should still get the same answer. Now we're going to subtract 5x from both sides. So we're left with 5x equals 35 minus 5, which is 30. Last step, divide both sides by 5. So x is equal to 6. And you should have gotten that answer if you did it the other way as well. Last one, number 6. Once again, circle the two terms that have letters. Make sure you include the signs with it. Remember, there's a 1 in front of the x. Now, negative 5 is actually a smaller number, so I'm going to do the opposite of that, and I'm going to add 5x to both sides. Once again, you could have taken the 1x to the other side as well. So we have 6 equals 2. Now, negative 1 plus 5 is going to give us a positive 4. Next step, we're going to take that 2 over to the other side by subtracting. So 2 minus 2 is 0, where that's gone. 6 minus 2 is 4, which is still equal to 4x. Now last step, divide both sides by 4. So we have 1 is equal to x. Now keep studying variables on both sides, combining like terms. Your test will be in 2 days, so make sure that you know all of those types of equations.